The truth is the truth. There's all this, oh, I have to bring, no, you don't. You have to be honest. The camera will catch you lying. To dream big, but remember, dreams without goals are just dreams, and they ultimately fuel disappointment. So have dreams, but have goals, life goals. I try to give myself a goal every day. Sometimes it's just to not curse somebody out. True desire in the heart for anything good sent beforehand to indicate that it's yours already. That itch that you have to whatever it is you want to be, in front of the camera, on the stage, behind the stage, that desire for good is proof to you, sent already to indicate that it's yours. You have these dreams, and as Kenny said, dreams without goals remain dreams and ultimately fuel disappointment. Dreams without goals are just dreams, and they ultimately fuel disappointment. Goals on the road to achievement cannot be achieved without discipline and consistency. It's a new world out there, it's a mean world out there, and you only live once. So do what you feel passionate about. Take chances. Don't be afraid to fail. There's an old IQ test, was 9 dots, and you had to draw 5 lines with a pencil within these 9 dots without lifting the pencil. The only way to do it was to go outside the box. Good minds discuss events, great minds discuss ideas. I was Eleanor Roosevelt. I was also Pauletta's father, my father-in-law. He was a great man. He taught me so much what being a man really is. I want to end the night with a short video that we recorded of Pauletta's father 30 years ago that my son, Malcolm, gave me, an AFI graduate.
You know, with the training that I had, that's the way we were trained, you know. To play any part, there's no such thing as you can't play a part. You may not be right for a particular part. But I was taught, one of the things that I was taught that sticks in my mind was a gentleman by the name of Bill Ball, who was the artistic director of the American Conservatory Theater in San Francisco. And he always talked about failing big.
He decides to drink some more and go to his ex-wife's house. That's what happens, and you know, his son's becoming a young man now, and now you got this bumping heads. You know, one of my favorite little pieces of that scene is kissing the boy on the head, you know, because I actually didn't, I told him that, I said, look, don't punch me. There's so many layers. It's not just one thing. It's open to interpretation. You know, I've heard people say things, well, I felt he was this and that. I was like, oh, I never thought about that. But people ask me, what do I want them to get from the film? I say, well, it depends upon what they bring to it. What you see in Troy or feel about Troy has to do with your own life and standards and, you know.
So if you're gonna fail, fail big. Fall back mentality kind of person. People would say, well, you know, better have another career to fall back on. I'm like, I don't wanna fall back on anything. If I fall, I wanna fall forward. I never understood that mentality.
I didn't either.
I never understood it. I'm like, I'm going that way. I don't know.
Are the ghosts representing your unfulfilled potential, the ghost of the ideas you never acted on, the ghost of the talents you didn't use, and they're standing around your bed, angry, disappointed, and upset. They say, we came to you because you could have brought us to life, they say, and now we have to go to the grave together. There is no passion to be found playing small and settling for a life that's less than the one you're capable of living. Now, I'm sure in your experiences in school and applying to college and picking your major and deciding what you want to do with life, I'm sure people have told you to make sure you have something to fall back on, but I never understood that concept, having something to fall back on. Everything that you think you see in me, everything that I've accomplished, everything that you think I have, and I have a few things, it's a gift. 40 years ago, March 27th, 1975, I was flunking out of college. I had a 1.7 grade point average. Fall forward. This is what I mean. Reggie Jackson struck out 2,600 times in his career, the most in the history of baseball. But you don't hear about the strikeouts. People remember the home runs. Thomas Edison conducted 1,000 failed experiments because the 1,001st was the light bulb.
You know, each film, each role has its challenges. You know, like in Malcolm X, it was the fear of what might happen to us if we don't get it right over and over our head. This might be one of the more, I don't want to say most, but more complex characters I play. He's lost, and he's lost his family. And I'm looking in the mirror, and I see behind me this woman under the dryer. And every time she looked up, every time I looked up, she was looking at me, just looking me in the eye. And I didn't know who she was, and I said, she said, somebody give me a pen, give me a pencil. I have a prophecy. March 27, 1975. She said, boy, you are gonna travel the world and speak to millions of people.